7 ways to maintain a long-distance relationship. You can't help who you fall in love with. It just happens. Similarly, you can't just flip a switch and decide to turn those feelings off. Not even if you get the perfect job halfway across the country. Having texting and video conferencing at our fingertips, it appears that maintaining a long-distance relationship is easier than ever. Long-distance calls are no longer a luxury. The days when they needed to be rationed are long gone. Long-distance couples do not have to depend on 3 p.m. postal delivery, waiting for news that is at best 4 days old. Now we're no longer even in the days of waiting for our loved ones to check their email when they get home from work. Instant messaging keeps us hooked to each other even when we are out shopping, working, playing, watching a movie, and doing much more. Technology, however, cannot compensate for everything in a long-distance relationship. As anyone with a long-distance relationship will tell you, many long-distance relationships still seem emotionally difficult despite the lack of regular physical proximity. People often think long-distance relationships will never work. It may be discouraged by your family, and some of your best friends may tell you not to take it too seriously in case you end up heartbroken. Long-distance relationships take work, and it's important that both partners are putting that in and prioritizing one another. It's not worth it anymore when one person stops choosing the other. Said Patel, if someone starts to distance, does not commit to plans, starts to withdraw, it's important to talk through that. It's just imperative for both people to feel like they are being made a priority in whatever ways that make them feel good. Many things are not possible due to the extra distance. No one can promise it will be easy. Things could get complicated, and you might feel lonely and sad at times. If you've found someone you connect with and love, you probably don't want to break up simply because you don't live in the same place. You can still have a healthy, satisfying relationship with someone even if you only see each other a few times a month. Still, being in a long-distance relationship takes work, and you have to take steps to make sure both you and your partner still feel connected with one another while not physically together. 1. Communicate as much as you need to stay connected. We are living at a time when we have unprecedented round-the-clock access to one another. For those in a long-distance relationship, devoting extensive free time to catching up can be a tremendous gift, so long as you're both on the same page about it. Some couples want to feel connected every hour. Some find it tedious to talk every day. Discuss with each other what works for the general frequency and length of time you will spend texting, talking, or video chatting in a day or week. And be open to modifying your communication tendencies as life creates new and unexpected demands. If you don't know how to show your spouse that you're thinking about them, send them a text message or email with a picture of something that reminds you of them and why it's important to you. It is critical that your partner understands that you believe in them and their abilities. 2. Create a relationship bucket list. Even from a distance, a long-distance relationship can share desires about what they want to enjoy together throughout their life. Creating a dream blueprint of bucket list goals will unite a couple for a lifetime. Working on a bucket list together is essentially cooking up ideas for future dates you want to do someday. Your bucket list doesn't have to be full of big, long-term plans, but instead more simple ideas like attending a Broadway show together one day or running a 5 Kelvin together. The list will be full of ideas you're genuinely both interested in. It'll keep your relationship fun and keep you from getting too hung up on the more serious relationship objectives. 3. Start seeing long distance as an opportunity. View it as a learning journey for both of you. This is an opportunity for you to prove your love for one another. According to a Chinese proverb, real gold is not afraid of the test of fire. Instead of thinking that this long-distance relationship is pulling you two apart, you should believe that through this experience, the both of you will be bound together even stronger. 4. Maintain your own independence. You might feel like part of you is missing if your partner is miles away, but try to keep up with your usual routines. Remember, you aren't just part of a unit. You're still your own person. Plus, keeping busy often helps relieve feelings of loneliness. If you don't see your partner often, you might want to talk with them more frequently, but feeling tied to your phone or computer can lead to sadness or even resentment if they can't always talk to you. You'll also lose out on time with other loved ones. Even if your partner does have time to talk constantly throughout the day, it's still a good idea to spend some time on your own or with friends and family. 5. Support each other even over the distance. Be there for your partner if your partner is ever in trouble, hurt, or for whatever reason. You need to make yourself available to help so your partner knows you care. If your partner ends up dealing with important issues alone, your partner will eventually not need you. Interdependence refers to the willingness to act against your own self-interest for the benefit of your partner or for your relationship. Instead, supporting each other creates an interdependence that is crucial for a long-distance relationship. Interdependence can be seen in everyday activities like compromising about decisions and long-term behaviors like quitting smoking. Be open and honest by volunteering private information. You should both be morally committed to each other, continuing the relationship because of personal values, not because of social pressures. Personal values include beliefs like staying faithful as part of my identity. Social pressures involve the perception of society's approval or disapproval. For example, my mom would be devastated if I cheated on my girlfriend and she broke up with me. Watch out for behaviors where your partner tries to manipulate you into doing something that only benefits your partner, like lying about an emergency to get you to answer your phone during an important business meeting. If dishonesty and manipulation become a part of your communication, then you must revisit why your relationship lacks trust. 6. Do not put your life on hold. There is no doubt about it. Long-distance relationships require some sacrifice, but it's important to be careful not to sacrifice more than is necessary, which can breed resentment and regret over time. This is especially risky when the long-distance part of the relationship is supposed to last only a brief period of time, but unexpectedly needs to be extended longer, whether due to military deployment, employment challenges, or unexpected financial setbacks. In these cases, one partner may have delayed or even avoided spending time cultivating friendships, interests, or hobbies in their locale because they didn't think it was worth it. And now they are a couple of years in, wishing that they at least had truly been living more fully in the meantime. It's one thing to look forward to finally being in the same place as your partner. It's quite another to postpone being truly engaged in your life until then. Make sure that you are trying your best to make the most of the life you have in your own locale, in the here and now. Don't isolate yourself, spin your wheels at work, or keep yourself from bothering to seek out a sense of community or purpose. Live each day fully, whether your partner is absent or not. 7. Respecting each other's reasons for being apart. There are 1,000,001 reasons that couples are apart, and most of them are not voluntary. Whether it's work, school, money, family, it's important that you respect the reason that you two are apart. A lot of the time, we don't have much control over where we live, so making your partner feel guilty about not being near you is not a helpful exercise. Sometimes couples are apart because they're in the early stages of a relationship. In these situations, it's extra important to respect the reasons for staying apart. You don't want to rush your partner to move to your city or to feel comfortable with you moving to theirs if it is too early in the relationship. Respect that you are apart for now, and try to make the most of it by embracing creative ways to communicate and maintain your connection. Remember that you and your partner chose to be in an LDR together, knowing that it would be difficult. Long distance is not the permanent stage for any relationship, so know that there will eventually be an end to the distance and try to focus on maintaining your connection even when you are not physically together. Though it will be tough, try to use every opportunity to look at the positive instead of focusing on being apart. As difficult as it is in moments of frustration, reminding yourself why you love your partner can really help you overcome any negative emotions. So instead of focusing on the problems in your relationship, try to remember all the reasons you're with them in the first place. Put up cute photos of them around your new home if this helps, or take time out to reminisce about the fun times you've spent together. It all helps to keep the love alive. These periodic reminders of your devotion to one another can help to keep you grounded in times of separation. And if you're in a healthy, loving, albeit challenging relationship, then making the conscious decision to stay by your partner's side, even if it feels like they're a million miles away, can make all the difference. And just remember, you will eventually be back together again and it will all be worth it. After all, absence makes the heart grow fonder. If you let it, it is important to determine the rules and terms of the relationship before the separation takes place. Problems can arise if one partner believes that the relationship is casual and open, while the other is making sacrifices and putting effort into a monogamous relationship. To reduce such confusion, engage in open and honest communication about the separation and discuss what each of you wants from the relationship. The secret to a long-distance relationship success is to be persistent, patient, and to realize that you can do it. It may not be simple, but it is worthwhile to put forth the effort. Long-distance relationships are not for the timid. They can, however, be made easier if you know how to work at them. The key to a successful long-distance relationship is communication. This is the only way that you will be able to understand what your partner needs and wants from you. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we upload a new video. I'll see you in next one.